Hi, this is Spira. Welcome to my channel where I talk about yoga as well as trauma healing, mindfulness, self-care. So today I want to talk a little bit about mindfulness and why we talk about mindfulness as a healing modality for trauma, for anxiety, for depression, for a lot of different types of mental illness and even some neurodivergent kind of stuff. So I try not to look at trauma so much as a mental illness as it is an injury. So just know I'm a little leery on using that phrase. So if it bothers you to hear the term mental illness, then brush it off and just think, okay, it's an injury, because it is. It's an injury of the limbic system, right? So anyway, I want to talk to you about why mindfulness is helpful. The idea behind mindfulness is basically being present. So pausing and being mindful about everything, right, in the moment. Dogs are very mindful. Dogs are a great example. A lot of animals actually are a great example of what it is like to really be in the moment. Now, the reason why mindfulness is helpful to people who struggle with anxiety and depression and everything is because when we are in that state of mind, we are not in the present moment. So for example, let's say that you're having an anxious episode and you're ruminating about something specific. It can be anything. Maybe you have a job interview, maybe you have a confrontation coming up with your boss or something, anything that is giving you that anxiety. The thing is, you're worrying about something that is not happening right now. It's not happening in the present moment. You're worrying about something that's happening in the future. Now, a lot of people say anxiety is about the future and depression is about the past, and I definitely agree with that. Either way, you're not being present. So the practice of mindfulness actually brings us into the present moment. And that's why we practice grounding exercises and regulation exercises, because all of those things will bring us right back to here and now. And that's really important. So I have a lot of videos on this topic, right? I have 5 ways to regulate your nervous system. I have 5 different grounding techniques. All of these things are overall very helpful if you are generally anxious, and if you're a trauma survivor, you are most likely generally anxious. So I encourage you to try mindfulness, and there are so many different ways to practice mindfulness. I have a lot of exercises in my pocket that I can't wait to share with you. But if you would like a little cheat sheet, just click the link below and I will have a small checklist for you of a few mindfulness practices to help you get started, to help you get grounded. So go ahead and click the link below if you would like a copy of that. You can keep it in your pocket. And sometimes it's nice to have a printout to remind you. I actually have a printout taped on my refrigerator. So sometimes if I get too anxious or too worked up over something, sometimes I can't remember what it is that I need to do in that moment that will help me. So I do literally keep a checklist. I have a list on my refrigerator. For me, it's a different list. I have grounding techniques, but then I also have other things that I can do to get into the moment. So anyway, this cheat sheet will definitely be helpful to you. And while I'm here, I'd also like to mention that my website link is also in the description box below. And right now, I'm not gonna lie, I have a tiny little yoga studio. I can't open it still because of COVID. I've been closed since March and I'm really struggling with it. So if you wanna take an online class, when I say struggling, I mean I'm not even making enough to pay the rent for it. So if you want to support my work, that would be amazing. And you can also check in the description box. I think I may have put my Patreon link in there, but also you can just check out my website and maybe sign up for an online class. I also have links to a couple of digital courses that I've created. One of them is Mindful Yoga for Trauma. So it's trauma sensitive yoga. And the other one is all about mindful art journaling, which is another modality that I use in my own trauma healing. So I hate to ask. It's not something that I'm like super comfortable with, but you know what? If I don't put it out there, how is anyone going to know? So if you find this stuff helpful and you want to support me, and by the way, I don't get any money from YouTube. I only have a couple hundred subscribers, actually. I cannot monetize my channel for a really long time. I think you need at least 4,000. So even if you just like the video, then it will get into rotation better, I guess. So however you can help out would be great. Just show your support. So thanks again. That's it for today, and I'll see you next time. Have a beautiful day. Namaste.